There we go. Oh, we'll have to do a 5x5. Hello, welcome to the Crisis Report. No, that's not it. Welcome to PrepperNow. This one is interesting. It's kind of a you've seen this. This is all over the board, but we'll have a point at the end, which always the point is prepping. But this is an interesting one because I was literally there 3 years ago, I think this week, I'm pretty sure, would have been around there. And, we did Yellowstone in 2021, and it was absolutely incredible. We had been pent up after a year of the Rona, and, you couldn't go on international travel. That was still kind of crazy and all that. We do like to travel. It's one of our things. We save up for it. We do it. We like it. Try to expose the kids to it. Might as well see it before they make it so we're all in 15-minute cities, right? And we went to Yellowstone in summer of 2021, and I saw this one. I actually shared it onto my Telegram when it happened. But Biscuit Basin in Yellowstone National Park is temporarily closed due to hydrothermal explosion. So, if you thought attempts on presidents' lives, Joe stepping out, and who knows, we still not really absolutely completely sure that he is around. The IT outage, the wars everywhere. We can tack on Yellowstone to the bevy of things going on to just make you, prep harder. So, nothing like a nice biblical caldera in the America's Northwest to explode right now. At this point, I remember in past presidential campaigns, people had signs out there for Thulu, or big comet, large large asteroid, stuff like that. Yellowstone geothermal explosion 2024, because it can't get any friggin' crazier. So that is something to watch. Yeah, this thing was pretty intense. Let's watch it. There it goes. Yeah, we were there. We were walking along. It's all over. It's beautiful. Yellowstone is gorgeous, and there's beautiful colors, and we were literally there 3 years ago. I know exactly where this is. Yeah, imagine you and the kids, you and the family there, and all of a sudden there's a geothermal explosion. Pretty cool to witness. Hopefully, I don't think anybody was injured, but still, crazy. And again, just kind of peppering all the wonders of 2024. We can add caldera explosion to the list. I don't mean to joke, but my Lord, what the freak else can go wrong? Oh my gosh. That is just nuts. Yeah, Biscuit Basin blew up today. So, make sure, 1.2 miles high, ejecting mostly breccia, angular rocks cemented by clay. Today's explosion does not reflect a change in the volcanic system, folks, which remains at normal background levels of activity. Go on and check out Yellowstone. It's ready for your patronage. Want to do it again? Let's watch it one more time. That's pretty cool. You're sitting there, you're filming, and all of a sudden that happens. My Lord. What else can happen 2024? I don't even want to ask that anymore. One of my preferred subscribers, one of my friends, really, texted me in the background, said one of the threads he was in, a guy said, you hear they're going to create, days they're going to turn them to 25 hours because 24 is just not enough to cover all the crazy that's going on, or something to that effect. My gosh. Yeah, you can tack on Caldera to everything. So, as you know here, I've been really wanting... oh, wrong one. We'll get there. The... oh, no, which one is it? Nope. Nope. Oh, I guess this is the one. The Secret Service lady resigned today. Cheetle. Protector of the Cheeto. And basically, you know, now they're like blaming him for things. I mean, it just gets even more surreal. I mean, at what point do we not just say that, you know, we've already basically, we're at the divorce part, you know, we're at that part. I mean, the people that are, do you really think the people that are running the show right now are just going to go off into the distance if they lose on the 5th of November? Like, do you really think that? Because I'm starting to really get worried. They're not exactly acting like they're going to let things be just okay. Guy gets an attempt on his life, and they literally blame him. It's wildly irresponsible for him to get shot and to say that the Secret Service didn't protect him. Now, I don't know about you, but I've seen numerous videos out there of a 20-year-old kid just wandering around, literally, before, whatchamacallit. Sorry, I'm getting blown up by one of my one of my awesome subscribers from Arizona. I will check that out. He's talking about something about our new neighbors on Redacted. So, the director resigned. And, you know, I mean, everybody knew it was going to it had to happen. It had to happen. There was nothing. That's what I don't understand about, you know, the people on the other side, or, you know, basically the people in control of our government. Don't they understand that, you know, not goes around, comes around, but like things can happen to them too. Someone else gets in there and they replace everybody with their own people. You know, you start playing political war, then, you know, it's going to come back on you. I just don't understand why it's gotten so nasty. I grew up in the 80s, and, you know, I remember, you know, Reagan on TV, and then, you know, Bush came, and then Clinton in the 90s. And it wasn't, you know, this, that person is so awful, they're going to, like, literally make you die. And that's kind of what the thing is, and it just shows how terrible the rhetoric has gotten. And that is a real sign of not just a divide, but extremism and extreme leftism, really. You know, the right can do it too, but right now the left is the one that's, you know, painting targets on people's heads and everything else. And I'm not worried about going into rural America and having nasty things happen to me. But I am, you know, deep blue cities, I'll tell you that much. So, Jim Acosta, everybody's favorite reporter, insinuates that the Secret Service offered Orange Man Bad adequate protection on the 13th of July. I mean, you can't even protect a freaking sloped roof. I've been on roofs before. That thing was not that bad. Kid was laying down on it. I've been on grades much worse than that. No, I totally was not trying to sneak into a girl's room. But anyway, that's another story for another time. High school is awesome. So yeah, he claimed that the segment that it was wildly irresponsible for former president to accurately note that the Secret Service failed to protect him. The guy got shot, literally. They did not properly protect me, he said. I was forced to take a bullet for democracy. It was my great honor to do so. Of course it was, he said on Truth Social. He loved it. It was the best bullet ever. And then he pointed out shortly after that the Secret Service Cheadle, who resigned in disgrace. I'd say that covers it. Literally, people on her own part, or like people on the Democrats, were like taunting her. Literally, I mean, it's kind of sad. I'm not going to say I felt sorry for her, but I think she's just another idiot appointee that they put in there to check a box, and this is what you get. So she resigned in disgrace. I'm sure she'll get a padded pension and live off the fat of the land for the rest of her life and have no problems whatsoever. No one will ever see her again, and she'll be happy and probably quite comfortable. But he said they never gave me proper protection, and I had to take a bullet for democracy. You can make that case. The guy literally took a bullet. And of course now they're always, they still haven't toned down the rhetoric. They're still out there going, a threat to democracy, a threat to democracy. Stop freaking saying that. You can say his policies are threatening to Democrats. That's the kind of rhetoric I remember growing up, but it wasn't like the guy is going to literally throw you into the gulag. So, but anyway, he's saying this, and then, of course, Acosta comes out and says that Trump is wrong. The Secret Service is a professional operation. To say something like, they did not protect me, it sounds just like some wildly irresponsible, and then I don't know who the other guy is, and I really don't care. So, this is a problem on so many different levels. They're literally playing around. There are people that were in like officialdom. A guy from New York City's office, one of the underlings of Eric Adams, who was like saying, "I hope it would have hit him." Other people have been saying that kind of stuff. Celebrities. It's disgusting. How can you say that? I don't like Joe Biden. I will fully admit that. But I don't want the guy to like go through something horrible. I just want him to go away. I just want him to step down and leave. That's all. I don't wish anything nasty to happen to him or anyone. So it's just sad. The whole thing is sad. So he insinuates that they offered him adequate protection, which of course is total horse crap. Shortly after the attempt, security detail was denied. The beefed up protection resources, they denied it. So what do you expect to happen? They gave more people to Zelensky. They gave more people to Joe Biden. So they said that there's all kinds of lies too. This Guglielmi guy, whatever the heck his name is, obviously not really great at his job. He's saying, yeah, we totally were going to give him everything, but that's a lie. They lied about the local police. The main guy came out, one of the sheriff heads or whatever, the leaders of Butler was like, no, they just told us to get some guys for traffic detail, and they would cover the rest. So, and then what happens? Well, now they're telling him to stop. They don't want to do outdoor rallies. Why? Not because they care about him. They don't give a crap. They don't give a crap about him. Who we got that? Who we got there? Welcome, Rooter Gal. Welcome. I promise it'll be the best $2 you ever had. I'll put stuff in the background. I had a couple posts today. I really appreciate it. And thanks to all who are supporting me through the membership. It is $2. We'll get there. Don't worry, the commercials are coming later. Secret Service urges halt to Trump's outdoor rallies after the attempt. Of course they do. Not because they're worried about him. It's because they don't want him to campaign. And the funny thing is she's really not doing that well. So, Kevin Grip, man, you too kind, dude. I swear, bro, you are literally the best. You and there's another guy named Sheepdog that does awesome things for me. I really appreciate it. You guys, you give, you're so giving. Thank you. So the Secret Service has reportedly urged former President Trump campaign to halt outdoor rallies because they can't protect sloped roofs. They can't stop a 20-year-old getting there, 2-3 times before a rally and using a a drone to check things out. You know, I mean, how many freaking rallies has Trump done? I mean, every time you look around, he's doing another freaking rally. Clearly, it's not that they can't protect him. It's that they just don't want to, I don't think, or at least don't want to give him the resources. So that right there tells me everything. See, right there. Okay, let's stop right there. That should tell you everything you need to know about the mentality of the people in charge. They're so desperate to win, they're literally willing to put people's lives in danger. And might I add, a person lost his life that night. Corey Comparator lost his life that night on the 13th of July, protecting his daughter and his wife. And I got to tell you, if it was my family, I'd do the same dang thing. And I'm sure all of you would too. So as we sit here and we talk about all this and they bloviate about how they can't protect him and other crap like that, you know, they don't want to. They don't want to give him what he needs to be protected. And I think it just lays it all out right there for all to see just how sick in the mind these people are. I remember I was very involved in sports growing up. I'm very involved now. My daughter is becoming an elite athlete. I'm her coach, and every time she is out there playing, and doing her thing, one of the main things I always tell her is to be respectful of the other team. You know, they're not an enemy, they're an opponent. There's a difference between an opponent and an enemy. And the problem now with the current political situation, and I do firmly believe that this has been fomented by the left, is that we're not looking at opponents in an election anymore. We're looking at literally enemies. They want to call you their enemy. And they will tell their base that everything that the other side is doing is literally going to harm them. I don't think stopping, infanticide is going to harm anyone, if I may. Just saying. So, for upcoming events, his team is scouting indoor venues, basketball arenas, other large spaces where, you don't think that they couldn't do something? I mean, if they want to do something, they're going to do it. Don't think that just because you're inside or outside, that's horse crap. But again, I go back to, you know what, this tells you exactly where they're at. This tells you their mentality. Their mentality is at all means, at any cost, by any means possible. That's literally the mentality of them, which is sick. It's demented. You know, I'm old enough to remember when the other political team lost, they just went back, they woodshedded, they read the political everything, and they read the room and the country, and they went and they posted a platform that would speak to the American people. You guys, I'm old enough to remember Newt Gingrich's contract with America in the 90s. That's what you used to do. You used to go out and say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to fix healthcare. We're going to, take care of moms that are, alone and single moms. We're going to provide, child care. We're going to do, this kind of stuff. We're going to, alleviate taxes for the middle class. Like, there was an actual platform. It wasn't, you know what? It'd be terrible if a thing happened to you. Like a freaking mafia. That's literally what it is now. Trump has held hundreds of outdoor rallies since launching his first presidential bid, often bragging about, he always brags, we know this. Sometimes falsely inflate. Yes, he inflates, he bloviates, he exacerbates, or not exacerbates, he is the king of self-promotion. They have become something of a cult favorite amongst the most passionate fans. Tailgate parties and parking lots, vendors, it's the Washington Post. All pissed off that their people don't get the same kind of fanfare. Maybe you make policies that don't suck. Just saying. It seems to work for someone else. Usually including large rosters of speakers, takes the stage, crowds, enduring heat, cold. That's because they want to be there. It's not a friggin' parking lot that he can't 1/3 fill. Because it's going to be about as exciting as a trip to the frickin' dentist. So Sarah Matthews, Trumper. We've seen the early days of the presidency and before that during his first campaign in 2016, how important crowd size is to him. Gives him a lot of joy and energy being in front of large crowds. He feeds off the energy. It's almost like a source of comfort to him. Of course it is. He's got an ego. He's an ego. You know, say what you will. Say what you will. You know, he's our egotistical, whatever. Indoor rallies, more expensive campaign advisors, but one campaign official who spoke on condition of anonymity to describe the private plan said the indoor events are inherently safer because it's easier to control who comes through a finite number of doors. Of course it is. How can you not protect a roof 150 yards from where the guy is speaking? Like you could do that at a Friday night football game in a high school. Call Billy's uncle up. Billy's uncle's real nice. He'll take that post. Hi, Billy's uncle. Hi, I'm going to stand here, make sure no one climbs up, does nothing rowdy. Too much for the Secret Service, folks. Too much. Have you seen the video about the sloped roof crew? There's literally like a joke video out there. About join the Secret Service and you too can become part of an elite agency of sloped roof United States Secret Service people. Do you have the guts to climb a ladder onto a sloped roof at 18 degrees? I mean, literally. It's a joke. It's a joke. So, where's Joe? Oh, we saw him today, did we? Did we see him? You know, he didn't talk to anybody. He called in. Yeah, we can't fake that anymore. You have freaking AI write an entire opera. Like, do a darn good job of it, too. But hey, can't fake that. Joe's voice? No way. There's friggin' deep fakes all over the place. Now, I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm just saying there hasn't been like a real deal. Oh, he's going to talk tomorrow. Oh, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. Guy ghosted the country for 5 days and, drops out of the race. Nobody really knows if he was going to finish the presidency. His brother comes out and says, something to the effect like you would talk about great-grandma Johnson. I hope to get as much time with her as possible. She does like playing croquet out in the yard. You know, that kind of thing. So, I mean, it says here it's a twilight zone. It is a twilight zone. Again, you know why? Because any means possible. It doesn't matter. It's not about integrity. It's not about doing what's right for the country. It's about a certain core of people holding on to their freaking power. That's what it's about. They don't give two SHITs about you, me, or anyone else. So the problem is the ghost of folklore merely frightened people. Joe destroys them, and then I guess they're talking about Dark Brandon here. And there she is. Most polls have her down 5-7. Of course, Reuters came out and said she's going to win. Had her up by 4, but that's what happens when you oversample Democrats by 14% in the sample that I look at. I've looked at these things. We did an entire unit on it, looking at polling, how to do it, what to look at, where are we going, who you got, what's their socioeconomic, how old are they, that kind of stuff. It's not hard to poll people. They did I think 38% Democrats and 33% Republicans, and then it was 40 or 40, low 40s independents, which that's not even indicative of the current state of things. The Democrats are in the minority. You know why? Because your policies suck. Again. When you have to pull the kind of crap that you're pulling to even have a shot, clearly people aren't into it. So Joe's not been seen publicly since the letter. Oh, we saw him today. Okay, let's just act as if. Saw him on the tarmac, where he said, someone then walked up and, faced everybody and did some kind of salute. But don't worry, folks, It's It's not like we have latex masks or anything like that. There's a guy that got through a Chinese airport looking like freaking Murdoch. You go look that video up. Guy had a mask and got through the entire thing because it was so realistic. I'm not saying it's going on, but I'm just saying we really haven't seen anything. We saw a video of a guy walking upstairs. That's literally it. He called in. Okay. Yeah, that can't be. That can't be, also, Kamala and Joe have only talked 6 times this summer. So, according to the president's public schedule, he was at his house in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. At the time the letter was sent out in social media, though, no public appearances were scheduled that day. Second letter surfaced, most ghostly and ghastly than the first. The Biden memorandum delegates authorities under repo for Ukrainians Act. So he delegated the authority on the Ukraine thing and giving them money, which is why probably Zelensky's flipping out right now. So he got the Rona, he isolated, and then he went away. We haven't seen him literally. We haven't had any kind of a press talk like where he has spoken in 6 days. So Kevin O'Connor, his doctor, said, yeah, he's okay, he's good. He's taking his Rona treatment because, it's been so effective. And it's safe. And he's experiencing loose, non-productive cough, hoarseness. His symptoms continue to improve steadily. I had the Rona probably about a month ago, right when we got back from vacay. I don't know if it was, but it sure as hell felt like it. I've had it a couple times, and it is that. It's got a hoarse, dry cough where nothing comes out. It's annoying AF. You sit there for 10 days. You feel like you can't taste anything. Your brain is like in a total fog. It's terrible. So congrats to the people that, anyway. So he says he's got the whatever variant now. Omicron. Remember that? So anyway, we don't know where he's at. So, but it's cool, friends. Everything's fine in America. Our cities are running out of water. We're good. We're good. Yep. Cities. I think that's somewhere in the West. Geothermal explosion earlier today. Cities are running out of water, but don't worry. My God, we got to get the magic Democrats in forever. Because God knows they care about what you and I, consume in our water and what's going on around us in our communities. So the crisis was nearly averted in 2018 in Cape Town. This is water running out of cities, literally. It's called Day Zero. It's when the city that you're in runs out of water. This is why you prep water. This is why some people move out to the country and live on well water. Hello, and have other sources around them, like, say, a major river. But this is happening. It's happening to U.S. cities now, too. It's happening in Cape Town. I kind of remember that story. Another reason to prep. And water running out in a U.S. city, yeah, that's a possibility. Great Plains and Southwest. The Alagala or whatever aquifer in the Midwest, which is in the Kansas City. I want to say it stretches over to Denver and up to Cheyenne and then down into Oklahoma and very northern Texas, if I remember my geography. That thing is drying up to the point where they're telling ranchers in the Midwest to really be sparse with the kind of water there is. Recent study published in Nature, researchers noted rapid groundwater level declines. In the 21st century, more than 0.5 meters or 20 inches of rain per year across 170,000 monitoring wells and 1,693 aquifer systems. So, decline. By the way, this is a great time if you guys want great stuff on this kind of thing. Go to Adapt 2030 with David Dubine. He is awesome. and he's a channel that I follow and watch because he's really good at this stuff. But should be a concern. United States Environmental Protection Agency also expressed concerns. Agency highlighted the website Government Accountability Report from 2014. It stated that 40 out of 50 state water managers expected shortages in some portion of their state under average conditions in the next 10 years. You guys ever heard of Michael Burry? You might know him from the movie The Big Short. I think his Twitter is called Cassandra. But Michael Burry, Burry, is a savant when it comes to this kind of stuff. And he has placed huge bets on water wars and water running out. So, conditions in the American West, which are seeing around the Colorado River Basin, been dry, so dry for more than 20 years that we're no longer speaking of a drought. Aridification, a new very dry normal, basically turning into a very large desert that will stay that way for many decades, if not longer. Where do those people go? Where do you go if you're in, New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, Southern Utah, Southern Colorado? Where do you go? It's not like you can just go pick up a new house on the East Coast. They're freaking $1 million. So poor water management, other stuff like this. But this, look at this. This is a problem that our political elites need to address. We need to have okay, yeah, we're running out of water in the Southwest. We need to do this. We need to do, water desalinization off the coast of LA. We need to, have all these plans, and all these people can sit there and go, how can we throttle the Secret Service, because we really want to win the election. That is freaking disgusting. This is a major problem. This isn't you got, there's some problems over here. It's kudzu in the south. We got to get it's just taking over the highways. This is a freaking desert unfolding in 5 to 7 states, depending. This in agricultural states. This is where a lot of our beef comes from. A lot of our crops and stuff. The Midwest is kind of known for things like growing food. And it's becoming arid. Other problems going on. Let's take a look. Let's go around. Let's see what we got. Let's see what they're not talking about. Okay, we'll go on over here. Let's see. All hell break loose in the next few months? Yeah, I'd say get ready for that. All hell is going to break loose. Huge Microsoft outage linked to CrowdStrike has taken down computers. We know that. Ford is scrapping its EV because people think it's not a great way to go. Fifth Avenue shifting to appointment-only shopping and announcing layoffs. South Florida reeling from a rash of restaurant closings, toppled legacy mom-and-pop established chains. So, you're out there and you're doing your thing and you start a restaurant and it's going well. Rona happens, you get by for a little bit, you somehow make it through. And now this craptastic economy is coming and you're closing up. And when you close up, people tend to lose their jobs. And these aren't like Megacorp USA. Oh, they're going to be fine. They're covered. Had a great conversation with another dad on Saturday who runs a local service. I'm not going to name it or what style. But he said what's going on now is these big investment hedge fund mofos are coming in. They're buying up the mom and pops. And, they have, to be beholden to what the investment capital is. But they're not mom and pop shops anymore. They're owned by someone else. They just keep the name. Let's see. Joe dropped out. Netflix eliminating the cheapest as free plan for U.S. SunPower plunges after halting solar installs because people are running out of money. Recalls on steam cleaners over a burn hazard. Great job there. Let's see. Jobs, recession, stocks, economic outlook. Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco estimated that a whole bunch of new neighbors are coming. Let's go on over here. Let's see. Another food store is damaged by a fire. Awesome. Let's see. Uh-oh, my wife's texting me. And I could eat every snack in the house. I think my wife's about to have Aunt Tully visit her. She's been... Anyway, moving on. TMI. I'm sorry. I know I should run like a professional channel here. Waste management facility rakes in millions of dollars worth of loose change thrown in the trash. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Predicting the chicken flu. Going to take us down. 20% of California lives in poverty. I think that's a high number. Like not as in like too much. Like as in I think they're lowballing that. Let's see. American flag that doesn't burn. I like that idea. So there's some benefits in that one. Let's go on over here. Buy now, pay later craze coming to Apple. Great, do that. That's the other thing. Like we have all this debt coming on, and they don't even count that. These new apps, these like pay apps for glitzy.com. Well, 4 payments on $120 whatever. You can pay at $35 a month, and people are doing it, and there's no credit or anything like that. There are billions of dollars in that, and they don't count that in all like the credit card debt and stuff that we have. Yeah. So lots of craziness going on, folks. Lots of craziness. And none of this is getting talked about. Our economy is in the toilet. And people are wanting change. And the other side of the political aisle, and yes, it's a uniparty. There's, blowhards on both sides. Trust me, I get that. But I think there's been capture on the left by some of the more nastier human beings out there, if you can loosely call them human beings. And all this stuff is just going to get spiraled out of control. We are in a really, really tough place on a lot of different issues, and our issues are not being addressed. Our cities are not doing well. I see all kinds of video all the time of people getting their house broken into. People are looking for, a political strong person to come in and fix it, but I really don't think that's going to happen. I think that all HE double hockey sticks is going to break loose. Let me check this thing out real quick and see what this goes. Oh, it's a video. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah. I think it is. I think all hell is going to break loose in the next few. I think it broke out this week. Look what happened this week. Attempt on a president's life, major global largest like IT crap the bed ever. Joe dropped out. Nobody's seen him with the exception of some, walking of a stairs into a plane and then allegedly calling in, both of which, of course, could never be faked. And my biggest concern, folks, again, is the people that are running the show of America. I don't know who they are. I didn't vote for them. I don't think anybody voted for them. I'm talking about the people in the background. I'm not talking about Joe and Kamala. I'm talking about the people in the background. And there's this like huge swampy administrative state that is really not into the whole democratic process thing anymore. Guy sent me this text that had, it was basically BLM. They were really angry with the way things have unfolded in the last 48 hours. They said, we're calling ourselves, Democrats here, and all of a sudden, Joe steps down, and within 24 hours, Kamala has 1,976 delegates, so she's winning the thing. And he's like, are we going to even talk about this? Are we going to have any kind of a vote or primary or anything? But no, it's like, no, the political bosses of the Democrat Party, who don't give a crap about what you and I think on anybody, and I hate to break it to you too, leftist person in the background seething at what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't care what you're thinking too. They don't give a crap about your little vote either. By any means possible, they will do anything to maintain their power. So what does that look like? What does that mean? That means that literally it's dangerous. When people will do anything to hold on to power, that means we're in a dangerous time. We are in a dangerous time. I'm sorry. So that's why I'm just looking at all this. I'm scratching my head, and I knew that Joe wasn't running everything and all that, but at least he would meet with other heads of state, and there was an element of he's doing something. I don't want Joe to fail. I want Joe to succeed. He's the captain of the plane. I want him to make. I want to be proven wrong. I hope that. Hold on. What we got? I'm trying to read nose picking. Can you please wrench zombie pumps? Ah, yes. I'll have to do that after. UC, you know who I am. And I know who you are. You will get the wrench after, my brother. I promise. I'll find you. I'll put a comment in right now, so I'll know in about 42 minutes where to go. Because I go into the chat afterwards, and then I highlight you, and then I give you the wrench. Brother, you will be there next time. Sorry about that. Thank you, Nose Picking, for putting that out there. But anyway, this is where we're at, folks. We're in a dangerous time. The people that are running the show are not the people that we think are running the show. These people have all kinds of plans. They're doing things in the background, and they don't care about our thoughts or concerns about anything. And at this point, I mean, all bets are off. What does it look like? If you are nefarious enough to do what these people are doing, you don't think it's out of the realm to do anything to keep your power if you think you're going to lose it? Seriously. I still don't believe Kamala is going to be the pick either. I think that it's going to be Hillary Rodham Clinton. I think there's going to be a big old, everybody gets aggravated over the next 2 weeks, and then they have the convention, and it'll be some big to-do, and everybody and all the press will sit there and, oh, look how democratic the Democrats are. They're going to have a vote. Oh, how awesome. They're saving democracy. Gonna save democracy. We're gonna save democracy. And they do the show thing, and then all of a sudden, Hillary Rodham Clinton becomes the candidate. Oh, she almost did it last time. She won the popular vote. She's a Secretary of State, a former First Lady. She won the popular vote. It's going to be a shoo-in. And then from there, send in the trucks. Those crazy, incredible trucks. Yes, late night from the swing states, folks. They're going to do anything they can. They're going to do anything they can. Okay? And I pray to God that it stays within reason. There's a lot of people going, you know what? Panama's not looking too bad right now. Because that's where we're going. That's the kind of areas we're going. People are freaked out. So, there's your pep talk for the night by freaking you out. And, please go and do prepping things, please. At least on the water. If you're in a city, please do something to get water or have water prepped. On my website, there's a thing there for 2 weeks worth of water. If you want to take, there's some files you can download. He's a CIA man who's going to get my information. No, I'm not. It's just a freaking regular old file you can find on the internet. So, if you want to do that, great. I freely give it. Take it. Get organized. Get organized. Get ready. Get ready. Because all hell is going to break loose in the next few months. It really is. You're going to see things. I mean, in the last week, if the last week alone has not lit a fire under your butt, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new here. Darken out the bell. We're in a nasty situation. If you like what we're doing, you can be a member. Members are in the back. Thanks to Kevin Grip for gifting those memberships. That's awesome. I do put stuff out there. I had 2 posts today if things happen. I literally got the Secret Service resignation 2 minutes after she said it. I was beating out other channels by a whole hour, and I'm talking like major channels, millions of people. So consider that. Subscribe, star, and locals. I put stuff out there that you're not really allowed to see on other things. Like I said, it'll get you kicked off of Facebook. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, and I only use locals and subscribe star because Patreon in October of 2023 said we can't have you around here anymore, bud. So, and that's the thing. I'm not sharing anything like bad. I'm just showing stuff. I'm showing things that are coming my way. You take a look at it. Nothing I show you is gonna make it so you can't pay your bills in the morning. It's all just things that are out there, and you take a look, and if you believe it, great, and if you don't, all right, cool. There's a lot of stuff I put out there that I don't necessarily believe. So, but I think it's worth your consideration. I do. And I think a free society allows us to talk about this stuff and to consider things, even if we don't agree or think it's real. Okay? So, on that note, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Darken out the bell. Get the notifications. Leave a comment. Butthead comments. You will be gone. Cha-cha. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't even engage with the buttheads anymore. So, if you're going to say butthead stuff, you will be hidden from the channel. That is your fair warning. So, save yourself the 9 seconds to say something I'm going to read and then just delete and move on with my life. Okay? All right, folks, we'll see you on the next one. God bless. PrepperNow out.